Live. Hey, Danielle. So good to see you. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited about our chat today. Wow. Welcome, viewers. Welcome. Today I'm talking to Danielle, my friend, and she is a weight loss consultant. Yes. And she knows her stuff. Oh my goodness. She helps people change their lives through weight loss and eating correctly and all that kind of stuff. And she is just a gem in this sphere, oh, this whole sphere of us taking charge of our lives. And I can't wait for you to hear from her. Hey, Danielle, welcome.
Oh, my love, Winsome Alexander. How are you?
I'm fabulous now that you're on the screen. Yes. So,
It is.
girl, let us begin to share with these people some of the amazing things that you have been up to. First of all, you not quite recently, but you have been on an amazing journey. You have come down from 233 pounds down to some little svelte little skinny mini. What do you call her, skinny daddy? I want a skinny
Yes,
Winston.
I'm
What
currently
people?
as of today, 141.2 pounds. Yes,
That's
you are right. You are right.
amazing. Amazing. So you've lost a total of what?
90 over 90 pounds.
That's amazing. Are you still losing weight? Do you still want to lose more?
I am, and it's so funny now that I've kind of like not so been so worried about well, as I'm getting to my point, like every year I'm losing like 2 or 3 pounds, 5 pounds or so. So it's been a journey and it's been awesome.
Wow. Okay. So, Danielle, um, first of all, how did you come into this work that you're doing, helping us lose weight?
Yes, I have to say there are two phases to this journey, Winsome, and be patient with me because the first journey was, to be honest, I was just looking at how I was experiencing the weight gain because I had put on I was about 240 pounds and I was experiencing some side effects from that, changes in how I felt when I was exercising, when I was walking, when I was doing basic physical things that were going on. I noticed that it was taking longer in the shower to clean
Yes,
myself, and
yes.
things that used to be
That's
easy in the
that's
shower.
that's a real thing, Daniel. I'm so glad you were brave enough to mention that because I know some people do glorify being big, but it is hard. It is harder being big when you go to the bathroom. And I don't want to get too graphic,
Yes, it is a big change. I
but
have to say, I've struggled with weight loss all my life when some, but when I got to high school, I found out that I could work out and
oh,
slim down. And so I joined the softball team, and that was the beginning of my weight loss journey. And then I joined the cheerleading team, and they helped me by, keeping me running, keeping me active, and I was able to kind of get to a normal weight, like size 13, size 14 as women, size 12 as women, but that 13 as juniors when I was in high school. So I was able to do that through exercise. But
yes,
I'm
so
gonna
being active is a major part of staying healthy, being active and losing the extra pounds. But more recently, you had a health scare when you went to the doctor, correct?
Yes. So after I got over, I had lost weight earlier through, my vanity and wanting to be skinny so that I could and get out there in these streets when I was
Yeah.
single and getting out there again. But the second time around, it was a different perspective.
Okay.
So, I was struggling with diabetes, being pre-diabetic, and seeing what that meant for me. I was struggling with being hypertension, being on those drugs and diagnosed for those drugs, for hypertension. I was diagnosed with having multiple fibroids, and at the time I was
Mm.
experiencing, at the time of the diagnosis, experiencing severe heavy menstrual cycles,
Yeah.
almost taking me out during that time, because
What?
if you can't go 2 or 3 hours without having an accident, you need to stay home, right? So just
Yeah.
figuring out how to handle that when you're having such reactions, or having such drastic situations in those in that,
Mhm. Mhm.
and that really made me stop and take a look at my health. And
Yeah.
I had a few experiences where I saw that I could heal myself. So my first experience, my first time around, when I was just really worried about my weight and the discomforts of dealing with that situation, and was able to come back and lose all that weight. And I know you'll be sharing my blog later, but that kind of covers that part of my life.
Yes.
And I was able to do that. And this time around, when it came back again, the weight came back again, and I was forced to do it because of diet. It really made me take a different perspective and a different look at it this time, for
So
sure.
you lost the weight and then you went back to your old habits and put all the weight back on. Don't we
I
do that?
did.
Don't we
Then
do that?
some, and then some. And I'm gonna tell you when some. I'm gonna be honest with our viewers here today. It was because I was trying to fit into the mold. I was trying to, accommodate. I had met, my current husband at the time, and I wanted to be Beverly Cleaver for him, to be the perfect
Yeah.
wife,
Yeah.
to be the perfect friend. I wanted to blend in with everything, and be not be the different one, not be the one that doesn't eat this or doesn't eat that.
Mm-hmm.
And that caused me to gain all the weight back. And then,
Mm, mm. You also did mention, though, that you went through some trauma, which also caused you to put on weight at one point.
yes, yes, I was completely struggling with, number one, my mother passed before the age of 70, before the age of 65,
Uh-huh.
from a stroke, complicated
Yeah.
stroke,
Mm-hmm.
leading to heart disease. And then my grandmother also did as well. And coming into my age of 50, really struggling with that around 2020, when all of the information came out, and I was just like, Danielle, you have to face this. You have to really think about this. And
Mm-hmm.
after my last journey, I knew what it took. I knew that
Mm-hmm.
I could lose the weight, but can I keep it off? Was my
Mm-hmm.
question with 2020. Can I do what I need to do to maintain it? And so far I have, and so far I'm not looking back, and I'm only looking forward to lightening even more now. So
Awesome.
it's been an
Awesome.
incredible journey, but as you say, in so many of your um, podcasts and videos that I love to watch, that you just really have to bring it back to yourself, right?
Yourself. And this reminds me, you mentioned that there was some sexual abuse and your mother calling you a name.
Yes, yes. And just looking back this time, really addressing the traumas and understanding the traumas in your past that lead to your weight. And just I'm a victim of sexual abuse as a young child, from the ages of 3 and up to the ages of 13, and
Wow.
realize how me wanting to be protected.
Yeah.
led to my weight gain. And a lot of
Wow.
times, weight gain is a reflection of you wanting to be protected and needing to be protected
Mhm.
predators and
Mhm.
wanting to put that
Mhm.
weight around you
Yes,
that
to
you
be
are not.
big, to be big so that you're not overpowered. Yeah, to protect yourself.
Mhm,
And now you also mentioned, by the way, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I
mhm,
am also a survivor of sexual abuse, incest, that kind of thing.
mhm.
And yeah, it's a tough, tough road to travel. And but you also, one of the things that got me was the name that your mother called you when you had started to put on weight.
Yes, my mother referred to me, and all blessings to her because she's no longer here.
Right. Right.
She was a wonderful mother, but one
Yes.
time, and goes to show how the effect of words are in our lives. But one time, she really did refer to me
As a
as a
tub.
tub,
A
because I
tub.
was fatter. You know, our family had not had at that time when I came around. I was born in 1974. Our family had not dealt with obesity in our family. And I was the first one to really start
Oh,
to express those, um, to be overweight, to be this, that, and the other. And my mother referred to me as a tub because she didn't know, any other way, and to figure out, to see that, oh my gosh, my daughter is this way, but I'm not that way. Like, she had the opposite effect. She was a pole. People
yeah.
picked on my mother for being too skinny, but then I come out, everybody's picking on me for being too big. So
Mm, mm, mm.
is a tub, and that really did stick with me.
Of course.
Those words stick with you, and then
Of
you start to
course.
carry that with you. But
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 you've overcome. You've overcome. And you've actually turned that around and used it to help you get healthier.
yes, yes, and I thank her for her inspirations and her
For,
guidance,
for, for
um,
that, right?
for that. Yes,
Yeah.
and to the goal to of being the one that lives beyond 60. So,
Wow.
in 2024, I'll be turning 50. So it'll be my 10-year journey to get to the point of where, or really 20-year, to make it to 70, to
Wow.
outlive my
Oh my
grandmother
goodness.
and my mother.
Oh my goodness, Danielle. Look at you. Amazing. So now, okay. So now you're on this journey and you're focused and you are even now to the point where you're helping people. How did you, what did you do to get yourself ready for this journey? I know you mentioned one time you started with a therapist. How did you find a therapist that was interested in diet and weight loss?
Yes, thank you for this question, Winsome, because I'm understanding now in this journey that it's so important to get your mind right. And you guys will see an
Mm.
episode coming up soon on my channel about get your mind right.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is the first part, right, Winsome?
Yes,
And I know you've
exactly.
spoken about that several times, is that you
Exactly.
have to see it, right? You have to see the dream. And for me, that's what I did this time. I was able to see skinny Danielle and spend time with her and go out to lunch with her and see how she ate, right? Because
You went to lunch with Skinny
Skinny
Danielle?
Danielle eats a different way than
Oh my God.
than the other Danielle, right? And
You
so
went
she
to
kinda
lunch with
taught
Skinny
me.
Danielle.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
So I was able to see that dream and see skinny Danielle. If it was from taking images of Naomi Campbell and cutting off the head and putting my head on, it was whatever needed
See, that's what I tell
to
people
see that
about the
vision.
dream visualization, imagination, those pictures, putting those images around you to tell your brain that this is what you're doing.
Yes,
It's so
ma'am.
important. It
Yes,
so
yes.
helps.
And those
Mm.
images brought to mind. And whenever those doubts came into my mind, I went back to her. I went back
Yes.
to those images. I went back to those affirmations of,
Yes.
perfect health, perfect, perfect health, perfect balance, perfect weight, perfect image now. That was
So
my affirmation to help me get to the point that I am today.
awesome. But how did the therapist help you with the mind work and
Oh,
everything?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Please, let's talk about that. So the last time I did it, I had the support. The first time I lost weight, I had the support of my family, I had the support of my colleagues. But the second time, I really saw that the what held me back from my goal was my traumas. And I was able to seek support from a therapist that had been recommended, that I'd seen from others that had reached success.
Oh,
Lyle, he is a professional therapist for weight loss, and he was able to consult me on
what's his
how
name?
to
What's
to
his name?
Doug Lyle, and we'll make
How
sure.
do you
I'll
spell
just
Lyle?
Lilse. I hope I'm right in that, but I'll make sure I send it to you so you can have it. But Dr. Doug Lyle was a big help to me because what he told me was
I was
that as
going to put it
long
on
as
the screen,
you
but I don't want to misspell it.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
go
Um,
ahead.
Dr. Doug Lyle really helped me because at that time I had a particular lifestyle I was trying to get to, which was whole food plant based. And what he assured me of was that as long as I was 80% compliant, that I would see the weight loss. And
That's
he was
great.
absolutely right because one of the things that I struggled with on this path was my cravings.
What's your cravings?
I
Right.
still
That's it
crave
for most of us.
I still crave chicken wing, lemon pepper chicken
Oh
wing,
my gosh. I love me some chicken wings.
fries, French fries. Those were my big cravings. And he told me as long as I was 80% compliant, I could do it. And so
You
I
can
saw
have those.
that as I can have one or two cheat meals a week. And so I did that. And what that taught me was the difference. I was able to actually experience, and this is so important when you're talking about weight loss. I was able to experience the times when I was eating compliant to what I knew to be best for myself, and
There you
then
go.
compare that to my cheat days. And
That
what I found for myself, Winsome, was that I was better on those days that I
oh yes.
did, and I ended
Yes.
up letting those cheat days go.
Oh my gosh. Now this is a revelation for me. I can do 80%. I can be 80% compliant and it's not so bad.
You'll still lose weight. You'll still get your goals that you want.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is so good. This is so good. I am glad you shared that. Okay, I'm going to make that like a focus. I'm going to use that one 80, 80, 20, 80,
80,
20.
20.
Wow,
80.
even when I go supermarket shopping, I can do 80% of the what I know I'm supposed to be doing, and I can get away with the 20. All right. Thank you for
Exactly.
sharing that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All
Yes.
right. Now, okay, so let's talk about how you lost all this weight. Let's talk about and been able to keep it off and still losing. How what made you think, you know what, I'm going to share this with people?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this is something I still struggle with even to this day. I know what works for me. I know our whole food plant-based diet works for me. I'm able to give up meat without I mean, for me, it wasn't as hard as it is for other people, maybe, to give up meat. And so this way of life was really easy for me to move to. especially knowing that I could eat all that I could eat. Oh my gosh, I'm
But
true. I'm
see,
a true food addict because
yeah, but see,
I
you
would
know,
eat
but
pounds and pounds of food. Like I love
you,
to eat. I
you
love
did
to eat.
not you did not grow up with oxtails and curry goat, girl. Them things are hard to give up.
But I did grow up with barbecue chicken and barbecue ribs and green beans and macaroni and cheese and pig feet. Hello. I grew up with all of that. Yes, ma'am. And
And you're
fried
still,
chicken is good to this is
yes,
to
yes.
me. So yes, we all have our things that
Oh my
we
gosh.
have in our culture that we know aren't as healthy as we could, but I have to say that looking at the other side and looking at where to go, it wasn't. I would say I was afraid, and I'm going to
Yes,
be honest with some. I know
yes,
you talk about your dream, and I
yes,
saw myself as being skinny,
yes.
but when I saw the way out was veganism or me eating a whole food plant-based diet, I got a little concerned because I thought about what is that going to cut me off from? What those fears came of living that lifestyle, of what does that look like, what am I going to be able to eat, what am I going to be able to do, does that separate me from all the events, those lovely dinners, family dinners,
Mm,
that we have,
yeah,
those
the glare.
football. I'm thinking of the football events that we have in the
Yeah,
winter where we're getting together. All of those seasons that we come together around food. What does that look like for me? And that
wow.
really put me into pigeonholed with all of that. But I have to say that when I asked for, a way, another way, it was revealed to me.
It
And I
was revealed to you.
you, Winsome, that this book by Queen Afua was a true help to me. And it wasn't the only one, but a big one that really helped me. And that
I
is
see the book.
this one, Sacred Woman.
Sacred Woman by
Yes.
Queen of Fua.
Yes.
Sacred Woman by Queen of Fua.
A big help to me and
How,
still.
how did that book help?
So this book, and I have to say that I saw a special of hers on the Breakfast Club during the pandemic or during 2020 that guided me to her again because this was my second time being led to her. And it was about fibroids and about women's health and about womb healing that really led me to her. But
Wow.
I just wanted to share with the audience a prayer from this book.
Okay, go ahead.
Kind of matches up with my passion. Now, there's a prayer. There's 12 great ways, so this is only one. I don't want you to think that this defines the whole book,
Okay, okay.
but it does define my goal and what speaks highly to me about my
Gotcha.
transformation. So I'm going to read that poem right now, and it
Okay.
says, "Divine Creator, Creatress, help me to break my food addictions that cause me disease. Help me to avoid eating foods that cause cancer, high blood pressure, tumors, anxiety, and premature aging. Help me discern angelic foods over foods that create demonic action. Give me the power to eat foods that build my body into a temple of wellness, radiance, and health. May I be blessed to be of the mind to feed my body temple meatless, vegetarian, and fruitarian foods made to perfection and sustain my sacred body temple. May my debilitated taste buds be transformed and revitalized so I may take pleasure and delight in eating foods that your divine spirit has prepared for my healing. May I find solace in consuming sacred organic fruits, vegetables, nuts, whole grains, sprouts, and pure water. May all these gifts of true nourishment make me into a holy light being, a sacred woman." So,
Sacred Woman.
a sacred woman. And so this kind of quintessentially like um, captivates for, or, capsulizes for you all this journey for me in life. Thank you, Queen Afua, for writing these words, because that is me. Like, that is my goal in this life, is to do that. And there, like I said, there are 12 gateways. That's only one.
Wow.
It's the food one, but with Turt. But it really has given me and helped me understand my purpose in this world, is to anyone who is also interested in this for their path. Um, I am with you there, and we are kindred spirits. So let's join the crew together and build forward and keep it moving, because that's what this is about. And also to share this message with our sisters coming up, that are raising children for themselves, and to build a community of wellness, for our
So I went ahead and ordered the book. So I really can't wait on your recommendation. I ordered the book. So I cannot wait to get started with it. And you help people and you take them from the stage of getting their minds ready and figuring out what they like and what they're going to have to give up. And maybe you should tell us what it is you do, like in your discovery call, because I've scheduled a discovery call with you. So
and
after a
I'm
while, I'll be able to tell the people what that was like. But what is it? What does the discovery call entail?
Yeah, so Discovery Channel is just getting to know more about you, and discovering what it is that your goals are and what you have for yourself, and what your strengths are and what your values are, and using those to reach your highest goal.
I love
Um,
it.
yes, and to
I love
envision
it.
what you have for yourself. So
I
for
love
me,
it.
currently it is weight loss, and since I've been successful at that, I want to truly support as many as I can into discovering what that means for you. For me, it is a whole food plant-based diet, and truly, getting to the point where I'm eating the human diet, which is a frugivore diet,
Oh,
which I'll
yeah.
get to that on future episodes. So my goal is to get to, a truly God-given diet for us, and to go, but I'm on my way. I started
I
from
love it. I love it. I
I'm with you
love that
guys.
you're helping us. I love that you now, isn't that interesting? Oh, it never fails. Our power is in comes out of our problems. Your struggle has revealed your calling.
Mhm.
You now have a mission, a new mission in life coming out of all the things that you have been through. If you hadn't been through all of that, you wouldn't have the tools now to help the rest of us.
Not at
That's
all.
amazing.
Not at all.
It's kind
Yeah.
of exactly like what I do. If I hadn't gone through all the things I've been through and learned how to create dreams and everything, I wouldn't be in the place right now to help people create their dreams.
Mm. Yes, that is so true, Winsome. Like, if I had not had the weight loss struggles I had my entire life that led to me getting here to this point, while I feel really comfortable in myself, comfortable with what I'm eating, and now I know that I'll never gain the weight back.
Never.
But to be really comfortable with that, and know what that is, and find my place in that. You're right, because that is my passion now. Like, I can't wait to share with your audience. Like, I have tons of books and tons of things that I love reading, that get
That's
me
amazing.
energized, to help others in this journey to understand what our true way of eating is, and our true way to happiness is too, because
Yes.
that we eat lead to the other side, and
Yes,
just
yes, the
keeping us.
groundwork. I have that in my journal here. Here's my journal, which is available on Amazon, right? And the first section, of course, deals with health. And the quote is the groundwork of all happiness is health. How are you going to enjoy your life
Mhm.
doing things without good health? you know?
Right. That's right. And it's so important. And to be honest with you, Winsome,
Mm-hmm.
it's not hard either. If you
It's
listen
not hard.
to your true
But you
voice,
know, what
listen
makes
to
it
yourself.
easier? What makes it easier is having support. And that's one of the things that you provide is the support. That's what's been missing for me, the support. And I'm looking forward to working with someone who is vested in my goal and who is kind of holding my hand and supporting me along the way. That's major.
You are so right, Winsome. And I've had support throughout my journey with Dr. Doug Lyle, with Chef AJ, who supported me like in understanding what this all looked like, in my therapist now that I have, and then also in my health and wellness coach that I also have. Like all of those support measures, along with yourself, have been keeping me on this road to success. It is not alone that
You
we
can't
can
do
do
it.
this.
You
And
can't do it
thanks,
alone.
yeah, and thanks to you and thanks to all of those people I mentioned. Like it's happened so fast and it's continuing to move faster.
I
So
love it. I
it's
love it. I love it. So after the discovery call, then there is there a period of time that you work with people, or how's it go?
So yes, after the discovery call and we determine like what your needs are and what your goals are, we continue to move on from there.
Okay.
From,
Okay.
moving to the next step or whatever you
Okay.
set for yourself. So it
Okay.
really is centered upon you.
Okay.
I know I've had my journey, but I've also had my experiences. And I know you've had your journey and you've had your
Mhm.
experiences. So
Mhm.
all of those are key to what your next steps are.
Gotcha.
There's nothing wrong in what happened to you. All of it is a step in your journey. And
It's a step
so
on the
we
journey.
use that to help you move forward to getting to the person that your goal, your dream that you hope to be.
Exactly. I'm all about the dream, baby. So, now how do people reach you? I
Yes,
know.
please. Thank you for that, Winsome. So please subscribe to my channel, Diet Less, Live More. That's where I'm posting my latest videos so that you have, and then you can see my older videos of some of the different recipes that I'm posting. And then also there's a link to my invite for the discovery meeting. And then my blog. I have to talk about my blog. My blog
Please, we
is,
can talk
I
about your
have
blog.
to admit, Winsome, I'm a little shy, but my
Are you?
blog is where I'm able to share myself
I
freely.
love
So if
it. I
you're
love it.
really interested in learning Danny's life change, the blog is the place to go
A
because I
blog. I
pretty
thought I
much
had it
am
up, but
open and pour my heart out to the blog.
so
So
what is the name of the blog again?
my blog is Danny's Life Change at Blogspot.
Wow.
And
Danny.
yes. And so the blog has the true story about what's going on with me. And I try to make sure the YouTube correlates with that, but the blog is always way
I
ahead.
love it because it's so much easier to write things out. I know. I know. I
I tell
know.
my whole life story on the
Yes.
blog when
Yes.
it's
I love it.
amazing. So
I love it.
yes, if
Yeah.
you're really interested, that's the first place to go.
I tell you what you ought to do. I probably should tell you this offline. Is those articles that you write in your blog, turn them into YouTube video episodes. Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
and that has been the trend.
Yeah.
I did that with my Eat Less, Way More. So that is my first. You guys will see that Eat Less, Way More is definitely related to a blog post.
Eat less, way more. Eat less,
Yes, that's my way of doing it. I eat,
eat
y'all.
more, way less. What eat more, way less. Yeah.
Yes, it's all about knowing how the calories work out, and it just so happens when some
Mm-hmm.
that a whole food plant-based diet allows you to eat whatever you want without even considering. So that's just,
I
there's certain
love it. I love it. I love it.
you.
All
But
right.
check my channel for more info.
All right. So now the people know where to find you. They know what you do. They are motivated. They're excited. And I just want to thank you for coming on today and sharing. And I really can't wait till my discovery call. I cannot wait. And I can't wait to work with you. So I look forward to that. Thank you so much, Danielle, for you are a ray of sunshine and a godsend. Thank you for coming on.
Thank
See
you.
you next time.
Welcome. See you next time.
Okay, bye.